Om Bhadram Karnebhi Shrunuyama Deva Bhadram Pashyem Akshabhir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Stuštavansas Tanuvi Vyashema Deva Hitam Yadayu Swastina Indro Vruddashrava Swastina Pusha Vishwaveda Swastina Starksho Arishtanemi Swastino Brahaspatir Dadhatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We are studying here Prashnopanishad of the Atharva Veda, and we read up to the last but one mantra of the answer to the fifth questioner. And in the fifth question, the question was asked very straight. People generally, till their death, go on meditating with the help of Om. So, what loka does Om give? That was the question. And in the reply, the Pippalada said straight away that that which is called Supreme Brahman and that which is called the lower Brahman, that is what is Om. So, one of these Om will get. By the help of Om, what people will get? Because Om is the same as this and this Brahman. So he will get either this Brahman or that Brahman. And then he said that, but if he meditates on Om, paying special attention to one matra only, and we understood by one matra means he thinks that the whole universe is but this world. So that is the one matra Omkar. And so he will get a very good, glorious life in this very world. And if he meditates on Omkar, emphasizing on the first two matras only, then that will be like mind. That means the subtle world. And so what he will get is this Antariksha Loka. The Loka, many Lokas may be there, but one Loka between lowest Loka and Brahma Loka. And then if he meditates on Om with all three matras, that means he meditates on Om itself really, then he will get Brahmaloka. And he may also get the Supreme Brahman. So it tallies with the first answer. And then he says in this respect, there is an old mantra. And while discussing that old mantra, we found that Shankar is telling, don't separate Om from Brahman. Don't take Om as means of reaching Brahman. Om is Brahman. Either Om is the name of Brahman or Om is the pratik for Brahman. So in either case, don't separate Om, that by means of Om they reach Brahman. Don't say like that. By means of meditation they reach Brahman. By means of meditation on Om they reach Brahman, but not by Om. So that point we have seen. And now that same meaning is conveyed by last two mantras he had said. So that last mantra we have to read. That is the fifth question, mantra 7. Rigbhiretam Yajurбhir antariksham Samabhir yattat kavayo vedayante Tam omkarena eva ayatanena anveti vidvan yattat shantam ajaram amrutam abhayam param cha iti. So it sums up the whole thing that by Rigveda, that means by first matra Omkar, etam, that means this loka, he gets. Yajurvir, by Yajurveda, that means two matra Omkar, he gets the Antariksha loka. And by Samaveda, that means all three matras of Omkara, what he gets? He does not name that. That which the wise people tell us, that which the Jnani people tell us, that which the Jnani people know, that he knows, that he gets. Kavayo Vedayante, Yattat. And then he says, so we have to understand what has been told, that the Jnanis tell us, he gets either the Para or Apara Brahman. But then he separately says, by that very Omkar, used as ayatana, ayatana means like container or like support. Ayatana is base, support. So, by that very Omkar, by the support, one who realizes, he gets that which is Shanta, without old age, deathless, fearless. That which is called Parabrahma also. So, is it clear? That by Samaveda he goes to Brahmaloka, but by that he goes to Parabrahma also. So Shankar says, Sarvartha Sangrahartha Dvitiyo Mantra. So this Dvitiya Mantra is summing up the whole Prashnopanishad, whatever has been told up till now. Because by first matra, by second matra, all that is included here. So Sarvartha Sangrahartha Dvitiyo Mantra. Rugbir etam lokam manushopalakshitam. So by Rigveda he gets this loka, which we call Manushya loka. Yajurvir antariksham somadhishritam. By Yurveda he goes to that antariksha loka, which is of which the deity is moon, Som. So somadhishritam lokam. Samavir yattat brahmalokam. And by Samaveda, by all the three matra Onkar, brahmalokam iti. Tritiyam kavayo medhavino vidyavanta eva na vidvanso vadayante. So that brahmaloka is obtained by kavis only. Kavis means medhavino, those who have the inner knowledge. Vidyavanta, those who have again real knowledge. Inner knowledge, real knowledge. Na avidvanso, not by those who do not know. That means only if they chant Om, they will not get anything. That is the meaning here. So they should know. Vedayante. Only those people who know, they get this. Tam trividam lokam omkarena sadhanena aparabrahma lakshanam anveti anugacchati vidwan. So he says that is the order in which the man reaches Brahma Loka. We are not interested in the lower lokas. So this loka by one matra, that loka by one matra, and Brahma Loka by three matras. That means by this krama he reaches Brahma Loka. Through Om, first he becomes glorified in this loka, he gets the inner lokas also, intermediary lokas, and he gets the Brahma Loka also. Anveti anugacchati. So goes into. Teneva Omkarena, by that very Omkar, yet this Omkarena is there, na? So we should apply the previous knowledge to this, that by Omkar means by meditation on Omkar. Teneva Omkarena yattat param brahma aksharam, which does not change, satyam, the ultimate truth, purushakyam, that itself is called purusha, because it is all-pervading, shantam, whose peace cannot be disturbed, that is shanta, vimuktam, free. Now this freedom concept, somewhere I was reading, in Atharva Upanishad, Shankar's commentary, that freedom or moksha, don't think that people generally do not understand. Where does the individual go? He dies, he goes into Brahman. So, or Buddhist says hero. So some idea of absence of something comes. That is because of Buddhism. That is because man does not catch the language. But one sentence in Taittiriya Bhashya, Moksha Bhavarupamiti. Moksha is a definite positive existence. Understood? So, here, Vimuktam, free, totally free. In the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, when the knowledge comes to a man, what happens? So first, as soon as the knowledge comes, he becomes free from all desires. And so, he becomes a sannyasi, begging. When the knowledge goes still deeper, what happens? He becomes the Pandit. That means the idea, I am Brahman, comes to him. That is Pandit. Atma-Vishya Buddhi. Then when the knowledge goes still deeper, what happens? Balya. Balya. Balya has two meanings. The child's attitude and the strong attitude. Balabhava, Balabhava. Balabhava, Balyabhava. Both. So, that he gets. Balak is so free but ignorant. And when the knowledge, he does not become ignorant, he becomes egoless and very simple. And when the knowledge goes deeper, he becomes dhyani, maunam. And when the knowledge goes still deeper, he becomes a Brahmin. And after that, what happens? After that, yena syat, tena syat. You cannot bind a Brahmin by any rules whatsoever. As he says, so he says. That is the freedom. So freedom is described in that way. And the joy of freedom, about Bhagavan Buddha it is said that when he realized what he wanted, Bodhim, he was so much intoxicated by bliss that for 7 days he was simply circumambulating that out of the madness of joy. So positive existence. Bhavarupam. So he says, Vimuktam. Now, why no jara? Why no old age things come to him? Jagrat Swapna Sushuptyadi Vishesha Sarva Prapancha Vivarjitam. Oh, this is translated for Vimuktam. Free means he is not bound by the experiences of Jagrati. He is not bound by his mind and indriyas. He is not bound by his mind, that is what he sees in Swapna. He is not bound simply by eyelessness which he feels in deep sleep. So, he is not bound by any special name or any specific thing in the world. Sarva Prapancha, the manifold world which he experiences in waking state, in dream state, and in deep sleep, he is not bound by that. And Ataha Ajaram. So there is no old age in him. Old age, what happens to a man of Brahman? One small example I will give. Mahapurush Maharaj is telling, old man's meditation means like a dry matchstick. You just put it, it burns. That is old age meditation. So, he is not bound by old age because he does not pass through any of the Jagritis. He is not bound by Jagriti, Sapna, Sushupti. You ask Mahapurush Maharaj, what is your age? He says, I am beginningless, endless, Atma. So where is the old age? Jara varjitam. Amrutam, mrityu varjitam. Amrutam means no death for him. Body remains or goes, he is free. Atayeva, so connects all. Therefore, yasmat jara vikriya rahitam ato abhayam. Because he has neither old age nor death. So he is free from fear. Free, the fundamental fear is of death. The fundamental fear is of losing something. Wealth, health, life. So if he is not bound by anything, where is his death for him? He is not afraid of giving up the body. Tasmat, therefore, param niratishayam. Param means supreme. And in Sanskrit, negative expresses better than the superlative. Negative expresses better than the superlative. So Shankar uses niratishayam. You may say best, but something may be. So that from which there is nothing above, that is niratishayam. Niratishayam. Tadapi omkarena ayatanena gamana sadhanena anveti iti artha. So Omkar as ashray means for going. He gets it. Iti shabda vakya parisamapti artha. And iti is there in the end, paramcha iti, that is only to complete the sentence. So we have come to the end of the fifth question. Now what remains in the sixth question? What remains? The location of experience. One point. Then second point, that Nirguna Brahma itself is Srishti Sthiti Pralaykarta. Nirgun is not different from Sagun. These two ideas remain in the sixth question.
Both are same. Nirguna and Sagun Brahma are same. Nirguna and Sagun are same.
No, Nirgun Brahma itself is Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Karta.
If he is Karta, how he can be Nirgun?
That is the fun. That is the fun. You are asking how? No reason can reach there. How question becomes invalid. And on the other hand, if it is not all pervading, then what happens to the world which you experience? If Brahman is Nirgun only, what happens to the world which you experience? People will jump and say illusory. Is it illusory? Illusory means there is nothing and we experience something. That is illusion. Is the world illusory? Nothing in the world can be called an illusion unless there is a base, there is a background. On the rope we see the snake. We do not see it in air or without any base. So indirectly only we can show. What happens to the world? Does some devil come to create it? Is it a creation of your mind? These are ideas wrongly come due to Buddhistic influence. Can you superimpose something on Brahman? What power do you have? You imagine something that is only in Swapna. Within this world which is imagined by God, you imagine separately something only in dream. So think in any way you like. So the world does not come from yourself. Yourself means reality. From that it comes everything. That is what we are telling. But not from your mind. Mind itself is not supreme. From where it comes? People say vivarta. They don't understand vivarta. Meaning of vivarta is that without a change in Brahman, it appears like this. That is vivarta. Against the parinamavad, that Brahman changes and becomes the word vivarta is used to say, without change in Brahman, in reality, it appears like a different thing. So Brahman itself appears, no?
How they explain that?
Huh?
How they explain that? How they justify?
This is the meaning of the word vivarta. Vivarta is a vad. Vivarta means, I have given you a shloka one day, no? You write, you like. Atatvata anyatha pratha atatvata atatvata anyatha pratha anyatha pratha vivarta iti udarite. That last word we have to find out correctly. Huh? Udaryate. Satatvata anyatha pratha parinama iti uchyate. Atattvatha. That means the tattva reality does not change. Anyatha pratha. It appears in a different way. That is defined as vivarta. If the thing changes its nature also, satattvatha, anyatha pratha becomes something else, that is called parinam. So, go from any side and explain from where does this world come? Yeah? Advaita is vivarta. But it does not mean that world is nothing. Parinama is Ramanuja. Milk becomes curd. Or although it is. So, I am telling that explain the world. We cannot deny what we experience. On analysis, we find it is not real. But can you say we do not experience? Suppose it is illusory. Who has created?
There is no question of creation when it is illusory.
Why?
Rope is illusory.
Things are illusory, but who has created them?
Rope is snake, like we see. Then who has created snake is meaningless because we are illusory.
Have we created? My question is this. We see this wall. Huh? Have I created this wall? If I would create the world, and if I am intelligent, why should I create something which is troublesome for me? This argument Sankhya used to say that Ishvara is not the Karta. Atma is also not the Karta. They say it happens naturally. In the presence of Atman, Prakriti creates. Is Prakriti conscious to create something? So you try from any side. The world is there, and now I will put the other side. And now due to too much emphasis on this Nirguna, Vedanta has become dry. On the other hand, see Sri Ramakrishna. He says the devotee takes both the sides. In the world, he enjoys because he sees God in all. Isha vasyamidam sarvam. So many times you have read that. Ishopanishad, 8th mantra. Shankar is telling as if Thakur is telling. Paribhu Swayambhu. Paribhu means, Shankar says, Sa upari vartate iti paribhu. He is beyond this world. What is Swayambhu? Yascha upari vartate, yasya upari vartate, yascha upari vartate, sa swayameva bhavati iti Swayambhu. That from which it is above, and that which is above, he himself has become. So he is called Swayambhu. So this too much emphasis has killed Vedanta. Take Upanishad, any sentence, Mundaka Upanishad. Yattad adreshyam agrayam achashuksham tad bhuta yonim paripashyanti dhira. That which is beyond everything, beyond this, beyond that, that very thing the wise people see as the creator of this world. So it is an experience, it cannot be logicalized. Gita goes more direct. Yada bhuta prithak bhavam ekatvam anupashyati tata evacha vistaram brahma sampadhyate tada. He has got or achieved Brahman when he sees all dissolving into one, and that one itself as if expanding like the all, then only he has realized Brahman. Okay? So, these two things, one is the whole world comes out of him. And where is the location to experience him? These two things will be discussed in the sixth mantra, sixth question. So we take the question. Athaha enam Sukesha Bharadwaja Papracha. So last of the six, his name came first in the list. In asking is the last. Bhagavan Hiranya Kausalyo Rajaputro Mam Upetya Etam Prashnam Apruchata. So he tells his question in a roundabout way. Roundabout means that question is eternal. That question has troubled many people. That is what he wants to say. So he was tapasvi in the forest. A prince came to him. Hiranya Kausalya. Kausalya means from the kingdom of Kausalraj. Rajaputra, the prince. Hiranya is the name of the person. Hiranya the prince of Kosala, came to me. Upetya came near me and asked this question. What is this question? Shodasha kalam Bharadwaja Purusham Vetta. O Bharadwaj, Sukesha Bharadwaj is there, na? So, O Bharadwaj, do you know the person who has 16 parts? That itself shows that he has created everything. His question is, do you know, Bharadwaj, that person who has 16 parts? Tamaham Kumaram Abruvam, to that prince I told, Naham Imam Veda, I do not know that. No, you have to supply some words. Huh? He did not believe, I am a tapasvi and all that, how do I do not know? Then Bharadwaja said, Yadi aham imam avedisham, katham te na avakshamiti. Had I known it, and you are sincerely asking, why should I not have told you? Samulava esha parishishyati, yo anrutam abhivadati. He who speaks untruth, he will be dried along with its roots. Tasmat, na arhami anrutam bhaktam. So, I am not worthy of speaking untruth. Sat tushnim ratham aruya parvaraja. Then he became silent, climbed his chariot and went back. But that question has hit my heart like a thorn in my heart. Shankar's commentary I am reading. Something has to be assumed, na? Tam tva pruchhami. So I am asking you. And what is he asking? He had asked, do you know that? Purusha. He is asking him, Kva asau Purusha iti? Where is that Purusha? So, location. He had asked, do you know that being from whom the whole world comes out? And I am asking you, where is that Purusha? If I know the Purusha, I will be knowing where he lives. So Shankar starts now. Atha enam Sukesha Bharadwaja papracha. To him this Sukesha Bharadwaja, him means Pippalada. Now he explains what we have told already. What is this sixth question is about? Samastam Jagat Karya Karana Lakshanam Savigyanatmana Parasmin Akshare Sushupti Kale Sampratishthita iti uktam. In the fourth question, that whole world at the time of sleep, whole world including I consciousness, Vijnanatmana, Savijnanatmana, Parasmin Akshare, in the Parabrahma, unchanging Parabrahma, at the time of deep sleep, rests together. That is what we have already heard in the fourth mantra. Samarthyat pralayapi tasmineva akshare sampratishtite jagat tataiva utpadyate iti siddham bhavati. Shankar says from this itself, it proves that this is about deep sleep. So from this itself it proves that in the pralaya time also same thing happens. When the whole world goes into dissolution, same thing happens, that it goes back to Akshara Brahma. And he adds, and if it goes back there, then from there itself he has come, na? Otherwise it has come from somebody and goes there. So, tataiva utpadyate iti siddham bhavati. So that is the reason Shankar gives. That in deep sleep you know that the whole world, including your I, has gone to God. So in pralaya also the whole world goes to God. And from there itself it comes out. So that means reason is from this to that. Because in deep sleep you experience so. So means Anuman Praman. Reason, logic. Logic tells us that same thing happens in pralaya, and logic tells us that from there itself it comes. That is the logic. Nahi akarane karyasya sampratishthanam upapadyate. If there is a product, without cause, there is nothing where it can go back. A jar is there, it will go back to clay. So whatever there is a product, it can only go back to its cause, not to zero, not to abhav. Uktam cha atmana esha prano jayate iti. And in third mantra, third question, where from this prana comes? And then it was told that from Atman the prana comes. So directly also it has been told. Jagatasya yanmulam. So that which is the root of the world, tat pariganat, by knowing it well, param shreya iti, sarva upanishadam nishchito artha. What we are searching in life, we are seeing the world. And we want to know the root of the world. And by knowing the root of the world, we will have all our purpose fulfilled. Sarvopanishadam Nishchita. All the Upanishads have this definite meaning that on finding the root of the world, our life purpose will be, we'll get ultimate good, Shreya. Okay, so what has been told up till now, Shankar is summing up like this. See question, na? Anantaram cha uktam, so sarvagya sarva bhavati iti. So then the result also has been told that he becomes sarvagya. That is also in the fourth question. Iti. Now in this next sentence, the arrangement of the words. Vaktavyam cha kva tarhi tadaksharam satyam purushakyam vigyayam iti. So it has to be told where that akshara satya purusha, as akshara satya which is called purusha, vigyayam has to be realized. So combine both the, because we want to know the root of the world, so it has to be told where to find the root of the world, where to realize, experience that root of the world. So two things happen, root of the world and where to experience it. Tadarthoyam prashna arabhyate, or that is the sixth question. This is what I told in the beginning. Vrittan व्याख्यानम च विज्ञान से दुर्लभत्व ख्यापनेन तल्लब्धर्थम मुमुक्षुणाम यत्न विशेष उपादानार्थम. And why this story is built up around that? He asked me, and like that. That the realization is difficult, rare. By telling like that, the mumukshus, those who seek freedom, will have to make special efforts, not ordinary efforts. Yatna vishesha upadanartham. Upadan means that material, that cause. Yatna vishesha, they have to take. Something happened. Actually, somebody made a sound just now. Okay. We did not lose something. So, by telling the difficulty, then to get that, the mumukshus will have to do special effort. So this is the introduction. Now we ask, Hey Bhagavan, Hiranya Nabho Namata Kausalayam Bhava Kausalyo Rajaputra. So Hiranya Nabho is his name. He is from Kausala. So he is called Kausalya. Rajaputra, prince, Jatita Kshatriyo. He has added this. That fellow Kshatriya asked me this question, and I could not answer, though I am a Brahmin. He also is seeking the same thing, Kshatriya also. Jatita Kshatriyo, Mam Upetya, Upagamya, Etam Uchamanam Prashnam Apruchata. This question he asked. Shodasha Kalam, Shodasha Sankhaka Kala Avayava Iva, Atmani Avidya Adhyarupita Rupa. That means kalas are parts. but they are like parts, Shankar says. They are like parts. They have been superimposed due to ignorance. All this we accept. But who superimposes, the question remains. Huh? They are superimposed on him. Means who? Yasmin Purushe, on that Purusha, Soyam Shodasha Kala. So he is called Purusha with 16 parts. Shodasha Kalam he Bharadwaja Purusham Vetha Vijanasi. Do you know him? Have you experienced him? Tamam Rajaputram Kumaram Prush. That is the emphasis Shankara has put there. Eva. Tamam Rajaputram Kumaram Prushtavantam Abruvam Uktavan Asmi. Abruvan meaning Uktavan Asmi. Na am imam Veda yamtam pruchhasid. About whom you are asking, I do not know that. Evam uktavati api mai agyanam asambhavayantam tam agyane karanam avadisham. He did not believe in my agyan. So I told him about that agyan. Yadi kathanchit aham imam tvaya prushtam purusham avedisham viditavanasmi. Had I known this Purusha whom you are asking, Katham Atyanta Shishya Gunavate Arthine. So you have all the qualities of the disciple and you want it. Why I should not have told you? Te tubhyam na avaksham na uktavan asmi na bruyami iti artha. So everything is adharuta, Shankar is pointing out. Bhuyo api apratyamiva alaksha pratyayitum abhravam. But again I saw that he is not believing. Eva, as if he is not believing. So I told him about that. Samula sa mulena va esho anyatha santam atmanam anyatha kurvan. And something is with him and he is telling something else. That is andruta. Kurvan andrutam ayatha bhutartham abhivadati. That which is not like that and he is telling. Yasa parishishyati. Shosham upaiti yaloka parlokabhyam ichhidyate vinashyati. So he dries up means he will neither get this loka nor next loka. He dries up. He goes to destruction. Yata evam jane tasman, and I know this. Na arhami aham anrutam bhaktum mudavat. So like a fool, I will not be telling the untruth. Because I know what happens to those who tell untruth. So many relative values also are being taught like that. Sir Rajaputra evam pratyayita, now he became convinced. Tushnim viridito. He silently went, but he was hurt within. Viridito. Ratham aruya pravaraja pragatavan yatha agatam eva. So as he had come, he had gone back. Ato nyayata upasana, Shankar points out now. Ato nyayata upasannaya yogyaya janata vidya vaktavya eva anrutam cha na vaktavyam. Sarvasvapi avasthasu etat siddham bhavati. Shankar says 2 points have become clear by this. That if a yoga shishya has come and you know janata, then vidya must be told. And second thing, anrutam cha na vaktam. Don't speak a lie. Sarva avasthasu api. Sarva, in any condition, any step, don't tell a lie. So these 2 things become known here. Siddham bhavati. Tam purusham tvam pruchhami. So about that Purusha I am asking you. Mama Ridhi Vigayatena Shalyamiva me Ridhi Sitam. So that question has gone to my heart like a thorn. must be realized. Mamariti Vigyatvena Shalyamiva. That it must be realized. That has gone like a thorn in my heart. Kvaso vartate Vigya Purusha iti. So where does this man to be realized, Purusha to be realized, live? That I am asking. Tasmai saha uvacha.
तस्मै सहोवाच
Yaiva antashharire soumya
शरीरे
sapurusho
सपुरुषो
yasmin eta shodashakala prabhavanti iti.
यस्मिन् नेता षोडशकला प्रभवन्ति
Direct reply, all reply in the first sentence, then explanation. Here, in the inner body, Yaiva, here itself, meaning antashharire, in the inner body, heart. So, oh dear one, that Purusha from whom 16 parts emanate.
What are those 16 parts that he's talking about?
That is coming now. That is coming. And that detail we will find in Mundaka Upanishad. This is sequel to Mundaka Upanishad. We have discussed that in the beginning. So the 16th enumeration will be in the Mundaka Upanishad. And no, I have noted somewhere. Na? I told that day, while studying Mundaka, we told, or
yeah,
no, here I am looking. No. In the fourth mantra, he will be telling all this. So now only this, that direct answer, that from whom these 16 parts emanate, he lives in your inner body. Tasmai sahovacha eva antasharire, inner body. Shankar explains inner body. Hriday pundarika akasha madhye. Heart is like a lotus, Shankar is telling. Yes. Heart is like a lotus and there is a space within there. Inside that. Hridaya pundarika akasha madhye.
Can it be seen by
Huh?
Can it be seen by surgery or like that? Cutting heart and seeing that?
Heart is like an inverted thumb. And it is always conceived as a lotus. And there is a space in that lotus. You take the physical heart, the pumping is there, the circulation is there, some space is there. So, Hridaya Pundarika Akasha Madhya. My doctor friend used to say, for me it is very difficult. Because as I think of the heart, I see that pump and all that thing. That is sanskar or habit. He Soumya sa Purushanna Deshantare Vigyayo. You do not have to seek it outside you. Yasmin eta uchamana shodasha kala pranadya bharvanti. From whom these 16 kalas to be named, including prana. So prana he tells first. Prana is the Hiranyagarbha. Prana is the life force. Prabhavanti utpadyante are produced. Iti shodasha kalabhi upadevutavi. Now, Shankar calls it upadhi. Upadhi means that which is not real but appears as real is called upadhi. Upadhi bhutavi sakala iva nishkala purusha. So, a person without parts appears like with parts. That is Upadi. Lakshate avidya iti. Due to wrong knowledge, it appears like that. Tad upadi kala adhyaropa apanayana vidyasa purusha kevalau darshitavya. So we have seen that from beginning, that known to unknown. You know the world. So by removing the realism of that world, we will know the Brahman. So the kalas are the producer of that kala is he, that is being told. So that removing the kalas, we will see him. Tat prabhavatvam uchyate. Prabhavatvam. That means that is the source of these kalas is he. Pranadinam atyanta nirvisheshe. Here, that sandhi, pranadinam should go with the previous sentence. Tat iti kalanam pranadinam. In Sanskrit, same vachana vibhakti, you can put at a distance. But the meaning will be tat kalanam pranadinam tat prabhavatvam uchyate. So tat kalanam tat prabhavatvam uchyate pranadinam. Here the sentence is complete. Pencil. Anyway, I will put myself. This full stop should be shifted. Pranadinam. Okay. Atyanta nirvisheshe hi advaye shuddhe tattve न शक्य अध्यारोपम अंतरेण प्रतिपाद्य प्रतिपादनादि व्यवहार कर्तुमिति कलानां प्रभव स्थिति अप्यय आरोप्यन्ते अविद्या विषय. So you cannot talk about Brahman unless you show some connection with what you experience. Pratipadya pratipadnadani vyavahara. That means you are telling about it. And it is the reality about which you want to tell. This relation itself would not come unless you tell something which is being produced. Known to unknown. Because it is nirvishesh, advaya, shuddha tattva. So about that, how can you talk? Unless you connect it with what we experience. Kartumiti kalanam pravasthiti apya aropa. So we are superimposing the parts as coming out from him. If we are not experiencing the world, there was no way we could have realized Brahman. Avidya Vishaya, though they are due to our wrong knowledge. Wrong knowledge is taking them as real, not experiencing them. We experience the world, we perceive the world, and we take them as real. That is wrong knowledge. Perception is not wrong. We are perceiving. Chaitanya avyatirekena hi kala jayamana tishtantya praliyamanasya sarvada lakshante. Chaitanya avyatirekena eva. That means you observe these parts not without the Chaitanya. That they are born and stay and go back. We do not see this without the Chaitanya, always. So here now, he will discuss the wrong philosophy. Because of this, ignorant people say like this, like this, like this, like this. So we'll take it up. Om
Bhadram karne Bhadram
Bhadram karne vishnuyama deva Bhadram pashem akshabhir yajatra Stirai rangai stuštavangsas tanubi Vyashema deva hitam yadayuhu Swastina indro vruddashrava Swastina pusha vishwaveda Swastina starksho arishtanemi Swastino brahspatir dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Rama Krishna Arpanamastu.